In this lightning science video, I'll be showing you how to identify different minerals using our geologist toolkit. There are a few different qualifiers we can use to identify these minerals. The first being color. This one's clearly purple. Another qualifier we can use is luster, which is how the surface of a mineral appears under natural light. And this one has a glassy luster. That's what you would call that. Additionally, you can use hardness, which is the resistance the surface of a mineral has to scratching from other materials. This is measured on the Mohs hardness scale and can be tested by scratching a mineral with a nail or a copper plate, maybe a piece of glass. Another qualifier we can use is a streak. So if you scratch your mineral on a streak plate, if you press hard enough, sometimes they leave a colorful streak. Additionally, if a mineral is magnetic or effervesces, which means the mineral fizzes and reacts to a weak acid. Those are also ways to qualify. Now I'm going to provide a demonstration for how to identify a mineral. So we'll start with this one here. This mineral is from the Cave of the Mounds near Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. That's just around 30 minutes west of here. And we can start by looking at its color. Very clearly, it is colorless, transparent. Next, we can look at its luster. This mineral has a glassy luster. You can see hopefully from some reflections. There we go. Next, we can look at the hardness of the mineral. So again, that'll be measured by how well it resists scratching from other materials. We can start with a fingernail. If the mineral is scratched by a fingernail, it's likely a 2 or a 3 on the hardness scale. It was not scratched by the fingernail, so we know it's harder than that. Next, we can use a copper plate. If it's scratched by the copper plate, it's likely a 3 or a 4. It was not scratched by the copper plate. Next, we can use the nail for a hammer. If the mineral is scratched by this, we know it's likely a 5 or a 6. It's not scratched by that, even pressing pretty hard. We can use our streak plate to help us with this. So when we scratch the mineral, if it leaves a streak, we'll know it's softer than the streak plate, which is a 7. And if it scratches a streak plate and leaves no streak, we'll know it's at least a 7 on the hardness scale. So here we are. There's no streak. I'm not sure if you can see the scratches here, but there's no streak, which tells us this mineral is at least a 7 on the hardness scale. We can also look at its fracturing. This is called conchoidal fracturing, when this breakage is kind of just all over the place, really small breaks. And so with this information, it's colorless, glassy luster, conchoidal fracturing, and a 7 on the hardness scale approximately, we can safely say that this is likely a piece of quartz.